Hello and welcome, folks. Remember when this used to be an AmuLIT stream? Remember those times? Those were simpler times. Those were simpler times. But yeah, AmuLIT did really well this past weekend. I wanted to open up the stream by talking about those decks that did well over the weekend, but well, MTGO just, of course, WotC never uploaded the deck lists, so we cannot talk about the weekend's metagame, and we cannot talk about like how the AmuLIT builds that did well, perform or whatever. Thank you, WotC, for that, making things very easy on us content creators out there. But fear not, cause we're gonna be going back to the good old days. Back in the day, let me tell you a little story. Back in the day, AmuLIT had a bad reputation because one of the people that was doing the best with the deck was a guy by the name of Steven Speck. Now, back in the day, AmuLIT, first of all, Summer Bloom was a card. Second of all, the deck played 3 or maybe 4 Simian Spirit Guides, and it played Hive Mind. So what Steven Speck would do is he would palm a hand of Simian Spirit Guide, Amulet of Vigor, Bounce Land, Summer Bloom, Hive Mind, and a Pact. And what he would do to his opponents would be to exile a monkey, play an Amulet, play a Bounce Land, cast Summer Bloom, play a Bounce Land 3 more times, make 6 mana, play a Hive Mind Pact, pass the turn to his opponent, and win. So because of that, AmuLIT had a pretty shady reputation. Then people figured out that the guy was a cheater, and he got promptly banned, fortunately. And actually, people started playing the deck and figured out, oh wait, like the deck is actually broken. Even if you don't cheat, the deck is busted anyway. So that's what ended up getting Summer Bloom banned. But here we have a little bit of a throwback with the monkeys making their way back in. This is the list that, oh, Jeff Cat with the True One sub for 10 months. Welcome back, my friend. Thank you for the support. So AmuLIT was the Neo form of its time. Yeah. If you were very good at cheating, you could actually just win on turn 1, which was, it's pretty good value, all right. So what I'm saying is, like, we're going back a little bit to the Simian Spirit Guide days. And this is the list that BigJC played in top 8 this past weekend, Sunday. No, that's wrong. It was actually Saturday challenge that he top 8, which was like 150 people-ish, or like 140 people-ish, something like that. And yeah, he's gonna be a guest in this weekend's in this week's tomorrow's episode of Titan Talk. So we're gonna get to hear from the man himself about how he ended up on this list. But what I wanted to do is I wanted to like get a little feel for the deck before we before tomorrow's discussion. So we're just gonna copy his 75, and that's what we're gonna be playing. So Gracers, because Prowess is the best deck in the format, so it makes a lot of sense. Explorers, because Explorers is sick, and Monkeys to speed up Titans. So we're gonna see how the list performs. Kind of excited to check it out. EPG Hellion, thank you for the follow. Where is Elves Titan? Oh, we're not playing Elves Titan today. I wanted to. I feel like I have not played AmuLIT in so long. I'm just gonna lose to a bunch of Aether Gusts, aren't I? On 5. Alright, this is better. Keep. So, bottom. No idea what my opponent is on. So I think I'm gonna bottom. I'm gonna bottom Forest and Valakut. I don't like holding on to the. Let's actually keep just bottom the battlements in the Valakut and keep the basic forest instead. Just one AmuLIT and 1. You're playing 2 main deck Gus at the moment? That's insane. Oh, we're playing against Jondo. All right. Got my Explorer. All right, Titan up the top. Let's go. No, it's not insane. I think that Mac Winsauce was kind of going for that. Oh man, if we had drawn, if we have been able to keep that Explorer, would have been in such good shape. We're in good shape regardless. Summon Master, but it feels like forever ago that I was doing this every day. It is mate time. Actually, it's the first time that we get to use the mate emote. I feel like I haven't drunk mate in so long on stream. So if this is a Liliana, that's gonna suck. Ah, oh, fuck. I will turn into Monkey. I'm playing Monkey because this list did well in the challenge over the weekend. I'm gonna pass the turn because I would like to play around Liliana of the Veil now that I know for certain that my opponent is playing Jund. If I play this Radiant Fountain, I do gain 2 life, but then I get owned by Liliana. When are they gonna post the challenge results? I have no idea. They really suck sometimes at posting this and like that kind of stuff. Well, that's a good top deck. May I have a Primeval Titan, please? So, not playing the land is worse against Abrupt Decay and Call Against Command. I guess that Call Against Command is just brutal regardless, right? Like, there's not much that we can do against Call Against Command. So, not playing the land is worse against specifically Abrupt Decay because we don't care about... we don't really care about the other thing. We don't care about Assassin's Trophy. Like, we can cast the Titan through a trophy very easily anyway. But I think it's important for us to play around Liliana. Can this deck turn 1 win? No, it can't. That's an awful draw. This list only plays a single copy of Field, so this means that we're not gonna get to trigger Field here, which really sucks. I'm just gonna bounce this. Oh, I tapped wrong. I tapped the red mana. That sucks. Well, now that I punted, do I still want a Battlements? What I meant to do was I meant to tap this forest so I can leave the red floating, and then I could haste the Titan, and I could get Battlements plus Tolaria West, which would have allowed me to play around Assassin's Trophy very easily. I think I'm not gonna play around main deck Trophy. If they have main deck Trophy, even it would have been better for them to trophy my land. So I'm going to assume that they don't have the trophy. If they have the trophy, it's of course completely horrible for us, but all right, that's cool. So let's do Tolaria West for sure. And Bojuka Bog? Does that even do anything? Kind of feels I'm just gonna get a Heath. It kind of feels like we're lacking a little bit on the utility lands department, which is a funny thing to say. But like we used 1T West, and now if they answer this Titan, like I have no way of getting Triad and stuff. But yeah, I think that getting Heath is fine. It's probably the actual best option here because it gives me triggers through Fatal Push or whatever. Gives me triggers to Fatal Push if I happen to draw a Dryad. And it actually represents 1 extra mana because I have double Amulet. It's interesting how they're exiling my graveyard. Don't need utility when you can just grind. Well, that's my point though. Like maybe we cannot grind as well. That's the point that I'm trying to make here. They do have main deck trophy. Okay. Okay. Sure. What's the recent battlements? No, I don't know. I think it's just to make things easier on the meta. I just copied BigJC's list. There's no thinking going on my part. That's brutal. That's brutal. So what do we do here? Do we have enough? Can we Dryad? Oh wait, do we just have lethal? So we play... We transmute here, get Dryad, play an extra land, it's Vesuva, copy in battle, they're at 10. Yeah, so this is actually lethal. Never mind, we're good. Opponent tapped out. Yeah, I'm still not... Well, I'm still not sure how I feel about the... About the triple cavern. Seems like we might be overdoing a little bit. Particularly when it's not counter spells that we lose to. We lose to Aethergust and cavern doesn't help there. Relic, trackers, beast within, explosives. Cover skills so you don't lose to Gust and counter spells? Yeah, I mean, sure. Should I just cut both Gracers? I think I should. We go with this. Maybe I should be cutting a pact instead. We have so many trackers. Yeah, maybe we should have cut a pact. We have so many trackers. This hand is great. Been drawing the one of field like a madman. All right, awful draw. Awful draw. I'm gonna really try to not expose this Valakut. Now the question is, should I fear Sampath on turn 2 so I can play around Ashiok? Strip Trident castle in successive turns. We found the line. Damn, we get so owned by Ashiok here. But we get so owned by Pillage next turn. Alright, I think we just concede to Ashiok here. If opponent has the turn 3 Ashiok, we're just super fucked. We probably can't win if they have turn 3 Ashiok. Unless we top deck exactly Dryad right now. They did nothing for the first 2 turns, so I have to assume that they have one of those haymakers. So Liliana. Liliana we can beat. Just gonna discard this useless Cavern of Souls. Concede to Ashiok, and that is why we play Titan Bile, kind of, right? Maybe I should have discarded the Forest, because I sided out 2 brutal. So we play Amulet. We play Field. Float. Play Fierce Empath. Go get a prime time. F6. Hey Leviathan, how's it going? So now we're looking very good in the face of anything but Ashiok. Ashiok we likely cannot beat, but we can beat most other things. Wow, 10-0, lost to Adnos. Yeah, Adnos is rough. Adnos is rough. Where did we found out that elf? What? What do you mean, Pedro? This was a print in M21. If that's what you're asking. They discarded Bloodbraid. Okay, so they have to have Ashiok here. It's the only answer. Yep, there it is. So we're probably gonna lose here. But Trex. Oh yes. Oh yes. My opponent is a minuser, chat. Opponent confirmed minuser. Opponent confirmed minuser. But yeah, thank you so much, Trex, for that subscription. Welcome to the Primetime Stronghold one more time. I appreciate it. Well, I think we just bounce the bounce land again. And Thalia Tyrell with the tier 1 sub as well. Thank you so much. Definitely attacking Lily here. Cheaty Monkey Titan. Exactly. Both of you, welcome to the Primetime Stronghold. I'll give you some mate today. There we go. Look at that mate from today. Cheers. Yeah, I don't know if Empath is what I would define as a good card. It's certainly like a solid roleplay. It's a role player. That's how I would describe it. What's the worst matchup for Titan Battle? Scapeshift. Scapeshift and AmuLIT are so far the worst matchups for Titan Battle. Gragoni, thank you for the follow. Season Pyro. Can beat that one. LOL. So my opponent not only is a minuser, but they are also a boil breaker. Alright, so now we're probably just dead. So they're gonna minus Liliana, then they're gonna have the Lily minus for the other Titan. Please, oh, come on, opponent, come on. I'm just gonna ask them, why are you so interested in making your Goif smaller? As good as Treasure Mage, Recruiter, or the Guard. Imperial Recruiter, no. I mean, it's... Okay, so I guess that we're just gonna have to play a never-ending string of Colossal Dreadmaws, and we just have to hope that my opponent never finds another Liliana, because we cannot beat another Liliana. So here's my Colossal Dreadmaw. Opponent's gonna Lily minus, then we're gonna Dreadmaw again. And hopefully they don't have another answer. We're in very rough shape here. Nice in position. Alright, so there goes Liliana. If they have another Lily, I think we just concede. Because we're just not going to have enough cards. Oh, come on, opponent, really? Alright, so they're down to 0 cards, so they have to top deck something that answers the Titan, or like a Goif or something that at least stalls the Titan. Liliana is their best draw far and away. Have I ever tried club mate? German drink? No, I don't think I have. Alright. If my opponent hadn't minused here, so they probably have a bolt, but if my opponent hadn't minused here, I wouldn't have been able to kill the Rashiok. Just letting my opponent know that basically they should never minus Ashiok. You came from the for the green-white vial deck. I've been streaming nothing but green-white vial. This used to be Vittorio. This used to be an AmuLIT stream, just so you know. Then I became familiar with the Titan vial lifestyle, and that changed, but. Anyway, so we're out of Titans, I think. No, we have 1 left. Yeah, we have... No, we're out. Alright, so we're out of Titans. But we have a Valakut in play already, and if my opponent... Like, they need to top deck here. We still have Dryads to draw. We still have Trackers to draw. And we could play around Kolaghan's command. I guess I might as well. So let's draw the card first. Cool. So that's a clue. And now we can crack it. We still have one more land drop. Play around K command very nicely. Empath. So this doesn't have any targets to go find. But that's kind of okay because well, that finds Dryad. And Dryad triggers Valak. If my opponent hadn't minus Ashiok for no reason at all, they would be in insanely good shape right now. And instead we're winning by a significant amount. Whew, yeah, this game is over now. I guess they could have push. Oh, I played the wrong bounce land. Whoops. Yeah, I just noticed that. We didn't miss a zombie because we still can't trigger. We're one land off. Yeah, sure. Let's get in there. Like we're allowing their push to get revolted, but that's gonna happen eventually, I guess. And like, what are they gonna kill? Like, they probably have to kill my Dryad, and then the tracker just kills them. So like, whatever. Seems worth it. Imagine minusing Ashiok in the year 2020. Friends don't let friends minus Ashiok, chat. Remember that. Friends don't let friends minus Ashiok. It's cool. Take that. If they hadn't minused, if your opponent hadn't minused, you still have a Titan to get with this Dryad. Yeah, except I wouldn't be able to, right? Like I would not be able to fetch. They would have an Ashiok in play. They would have a lot better top decks. Like if they would top deck a Goif, we would have like an actual game, right? Because the Goif would be huge right now. It would be like a 6/7 or something, and instead like. So here we can kill them at instant speed. There's no need for us to blink first. So it's, even though it looks weird that I didn't go for lethal there, but there's literally just no reason. Because like my opponent does anything and we just blow them out, right? We just kill them in response. So it's definitely correct for us to not do anything. Even though it might have looked weird. Again, it's not a slow roll because of the reasons that I literally just described. My opponent. You can kill me. I go out of my own terms, says my opponent. That's funny. Wanna know? Let's go. Can the Misty be any other green fetch? Yes. Foot heals, Heath, whatever you want. It is technically correct. Wait, am I playing the Misty? I'm not even playing the Misty here. I'm playing the Windswept Heath. Yeah, I'm just playing the Heath. But yeah, it's any green fetch. It really literally doesn't matter. We're only gonna be fetching forests. It is technically correct for you to play, if you're playing 2 or more fetches, it's technically correct for them to have different names because of like Piting Needle and like Spyglass or whatever, which basically I have not had come up ever, basically, but it's still correct from a technical standpoint, so I do it anyway. Did you get up to any Siemens shenanigans? No. We moved to 5 and then we just cast a Titan and my opponent died. What do the monkeys add to the deck just for sneaking out Titans? Yeah, they allow you to like speed up your Titan turn, and yeah, that's kind of it. You've had this Spyglass situation come up, yeah, yep. Field is a better reason to diverse fetches. Yes, but like you're probably never keeping. Like you're basically never having multiple fetches in play, right? Playing against Yorion. Sure, this sounds cool. I guess I don't care about this guy, and I'd rather have more lands. Oh, hello. I think I'm gonna lead on Explore, however. Sure. Covered on Giant, let's go. What can my opponent have here? Actually, if they Mana League, we're in pretty rough shape. If we Mana League into field, we lose. If they Mana League into field, I mean. I think that this decks often just play Remand, though. Yeah, so I think we have to go for it. Because this deck just very often play Remand. Gust incoming. Yeah, if my opponent has main deck Gust, props to them. They don't. Apparently they do not. Sweet. Okay, so we're playing against Yorion.deck, so we probably want Negate. We might want Relic. We definitely want Trackers. Probably cut Fountain. We maybe want Pact. We definitely want Peace Within. Cut Simians. Cut a Gracer, cut a Pact. This looks fine to me. Let's go with this. What is Nyx Bloom combo? It's a busted standard deck. Busted, completely busted. Yeah, I think I like this hand okay. Like, it's not sick or anything, it's just a okay hand. Turn to Dryad is reasonable. Alright. That sucks. So this is probably Scapeshift. This is the only way that I can Dryad next turn. That's a solid tempo play from them. Missed land drop is a good sign though. Ashiok. Yep. See, this opponent knows what's up. Okay, so I'm gonna go Forest, Dryad, Field. Next turn we get 2 Battlements into Valakut. Udo. I mean, if opponent keeps missing land drops, this Ashiok's not gonna be enough. Yep, this Ashiok's not gonna be enough. Sick. Ooh. Ew. Valakut you, Valakut you. Oh yeah. Good stuff, good stuff. Just beating turn 3 Ashioks. Back-to-back matches. No big deal. Literally every cyber right now playing multiple Ashiok is not fair. I mean, why do you think that Titan Vial became a thing? But then we've been getting lucky, and the first opponent was minus in Ashiok for no reason, and then the second opponent just didn't hit their land drops, so the match was like 5 minutes total. Yeah, they conceded on turn 3, or was it 3? I think it was 3 on game 1, and so yeah, there's too many decks in the format that this hand loses to. This is better, though not by a lot. This is a keep, however. Definitely looking for a bounce land here. Consider when the game was over with the game. Exactly, yeah. No, I don't think that your concessions were early, Martinez. I think that your concessions were fine. In fact, props to you. I'm just drawing like an absolute madman right here. Props to you for realizing that, you know, when the game is over and just like not wasting your own time, you know. You were playing Scapeshift, weren't you? I imagine so. AmuLIT, is it 2019 again? No, it is a month ago again. It is officially a month ago again. Interesting. Is that something I'm interested in? I think so. So this allows me to not have to use Vesuva to copy my own battlements. Which means I can probably set up lethal here because I can use Vesuva to copy the Valakut. Though technically they could have Dismember. And if they have Dismember on the Dryad. Agent 56k, thank you for the Prime sub. Welcome back for the second month in a row. Thank you for the support. Gracer is basically a semi-spray guide. Yeah, exactly. I think I'm... Should I go for... Because I'm thinking that if I... Like, if I cannot set up lethal, like if they are saving up the Dismember for this Triad... then I might actually lose, right? Yeah, sure, I'm just gonna go Gracer here. So that what this does is now I get to get Valakut plus fetch land with the Titan. We haste, and then we can get Valakut. At this point, I don't think that my opponent has a Dismember anymore, because maybe they would have answered the Dryad already. But, like, we're just so absurdly far ahead, then we might as well play around my opponent trying to get me, you know? Particularly with us pacting for this Titan, you know? Okay, so, we're gonna get fetch land, Heath plus Valakut. Haste Titan. Oh, okay. So they just have 6. So they'll get. Have we had him draws the monkey? We have not seen the monkey a single time. We have not drawn the monkey even a single time. This is very, very lethal. Like, so lethal. I hope we win a game with monkey beats. That'd be cool. Alright, so we're playing against Tron. I'm assuming that it's green Tron. There's actually been a pretty serious uptick in green Tron. So I'm going to sideboard for green Tron. We probably want to keep the Simians. Probably cut an empath. And cut 2 explorers. Are explorers better than Simian? Probably not. Bant Titan? Yeah, no. Titan's not gonna get banned. Just drinking some mate. Don't worry about it. Making clever use of my mate emote. Ooh, interesting. I think this is a keep. So we go turn 1 battlements, turn 2 castle. Yeah. This is a 4 Titan. Turn 4 Titan, sorry. Ban fetches. Alright, we're gonna see. Yeah, turn 4 Titan if we just draw nothing of relevance. And this can get sped up, obviously, by that, for example. So now it's a turn 3 kill. Pog. Big Pog. Ciarreco, welcome to the Primetime Stronghold for the 13th month in a row. Holy crap, Ciarreco. Thank you so much for the continued support. Yeah, so we're gonna do Cavern on Giant. And then we're gonna play this. Passage. Yeah, that was a serious plot twist. My opponent better have the Field of Ruin. That's not a Field of Ruin. Hello. This hand developed nicely. This hand developed nicely. Yeah. We're just gonna Titan here. If we bounce this, next turn we have 3. Now this is, yeah, we just bounce this. If they have Gust, they have Gust. They don't have Gust, so this game is over. Vesuva and Valakut, I guess? Sure. Boom. 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 So they clearly do not have Gusto. Which means that I can set up lethal. So we have to get a fetch land and a cavern. Cavern on Dryad, they take 6. We Dryad, cast Dryad off the cavern. Play the second Valakut, that's going to be 6 damage, 12 damage. My opponent goes down to 2. I guess it's not actually lethal. But they can't have Tron next turn, so this seems exciting enough to me. This definitely seems exciting enough to me. Yes, I could have done that, but there's no reason for me to, right? Because the second one, I guess that I could have gotten a second cavern. But I was playing around either. I guess that once the Titan resolved. Yeah, maybe that's true. Maybe I should have gone for a second Titan. I don't think it matters too much. Like, there's just nothing that my opponent can have, right? That's the thing. There's literally nothing they can draw into with their current mana situation. Crucible of Worlds. Nice try, opponent. So yeah, the line that we're discussing is we resolve the Titan, then the Titan with the trigger gets a bounce land and a second cavern. We cast second Titan, then the second Titan gets Vesuva, copying battlements and the Valakut. That's the line that we're currently discussing. Yeah, it's again due to the current situation, it doesn't particularly matter. Would AmuLIT be a good name for this deck? That's hilarious. Crucible of Worlds. Yeah, I know. Opponent thinking that they could outgrind us. LOL. Well, technically, sometimes they can. It depends on how many mind. What's the name of the artifact? The one that they control your turn? Mindslaver. Depends on how many Manslavers they cast. AmuLIT. All right. I'm into it. I'm into it. I'm sold. On the play again. Can I be any luckier than I am? It's impossible, right? I think I'm gonna keep this hand. This is a science keep. This is... Oh. Alright. Yeah, so we were fine until here, chat. We were fine until here. Great matchup for the ape. Main hand's developing. The hand is developing. So if we find a bounce land, we should be able to tighten. The issue is that Titan is just not enough, right? It doesn't do anything. So if we draw a bounce land or a castle, we get to Titan turn 3, but we're not gonna get a turn 3, so... Oh, hello. Guess I didn't count that one as an out. Monkey, monkey, monkey. Well, if we get to untap, we're gonna win. Question is... Wait, what? Why? Why the hell would they pack it in there? All right, I mean, I'll take it. Don't get me wrong. We take those. Don't get me wrong. I will take it every day. I'll take that victory. Okay. I look around the sideboard and I look at a bunch of cards that don't matter. So let's go. They respect the Titan, yeah, I guess. Maybe a little bit too much. Well, opponent kept 7. Turn 5 we go. Turn 3 interaction, hell yeah. Really have to keep this. It's not getting much better. Again, I don't think it will matter. The one matchup where Titan isn't the bad guy. Titan is always the good guy. Are you kidding? Yeah, so we're just gonna pack it in. I don't need to see anything else because like nothing that we can do actually beats a turn 1 Griselbrand. Like they literally are able to kill me with damage before I get to do anything of relevance. So like it just doesn't make sense to continue playing that game. Yeah, I know, but it's not good enough, right? So like me putting down the only interaction doesn't really matter because that interaction is just not important. So I can't even trigger these Valakuts, but I have AmuLIT. I have AmuLIT into Dryad. So we go turn 2 Dryad, 2 lands in play. If we draw a Titan, we win. But like, there's nothing really better that I can draw into here, right? How do we win this matchup? Our opponent fizzles. That's how we win this matchup. It's literally the only out. I think I'm gonna keep this hand actually. So awkward as it looks, I think this is better. Like the chance that we get a better hand in 6. Android, yes, and thank you for the follow. I'm just throwing out numbers here, but like the chance that we get a better hand at this in like 6 or 5 cards is not very high. This hand is only missing a Titan, and any form of interaction counts. Even Pact counts if we manage to find an ape. And if we find a Titan, this is an actual turn 3 kill, which is probably better. Like, we can find turn 3 kills in 6, but that's going to be likely. Do you know Playgraph Devastation? Does it shut down Titan somewhere? It doesn't. You can play it if you want, Hodashi. You can play it. But like, I don't think that building your deck with this deck in mind is worth it, right? That is the only issue that I see. And I think Relic is better right now in the current metagame. Yeah, I think I'm actually going to keep this hand. It's close. Like, I'm kind of tempted to ship it, but again, I don't think that in 6 or 5 we're gonna find something much better than this, basically. The only better thing that we could find is like some lands that cast negate and negate, and we also need business, so does that do anything at all? Not really. So I guess we save that one for a key turn, because it represents more mana with the AmuLIT that I have in play. It represents potentially more mana. Okay, it doesn't matter again, so like whatever. Yeah, this is why we have a Neobrand command in the chat, right? This time I'm gonna make them do it because they actually need to kill me here. Because we have light draws. Like if we actually find if we find a Titan, we actually can kill the Grisserbrand, or I guess just lethal them. So this time I'm actually gonna make them do it. At this point, I think it might be deterministic. What did they use? They used 2 Nourishing Shoals. So it might just be deterministic at this point. We're casting Riders. If we draw a Titan, we win, exactly. Alright, deck. Hook me up. Hook me up. Let's go. Oh no, they're still casting spells. They're just casting Allosaurus Rider for value. Oh no, they did whiff. Alright, tighten off the top, chat. Tighten off the top, chat. Let's do this. Let's do this. We're gonna go into our turn. We're gonna go into our turn. Opponent, resolve discards. Alright, here we go. Easy! 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 Let's go! Alright, so we gotta think here. What are we doing? I think we're killing the Neobrand, right? So we play Gracer. I just want to make sure that I get to trigger this Valak, and then I want to play the second Valakut. Boulder face it 3 times. Yeah, I'm thinking about like Pact of Negation. I'm thinking about that kind of stuff, you know? But regardless, we're not gonna get enough lands in play. We're not gonna get enough lands in play to trigger on the Titan. Anyway. So this is gonna be 2. But this still represents more triggers though. So let's do this. Now we're going to green Arboreal Gracer. Put Valakut into play. Red haste. Boom. Gonna get a fetch land and anything else. Ghost Squatter also gives me triggers. So let's go for max triggers. Hell yeah. 1, 2, 3. I want to kill the Neobrand before anything else, though. Fuck that guy. Get the fuck out of here. Alright, what's going on? Something's going on here. Manamorphose. Okay. Have I been getting slow rolled all this time? Oh, they can't kill me at instant speed though, right? Unless they're playing like Lightning Storm or something? Get fucked. Get fucked. Get fucked.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Where is it? Where is it? Damn, I almost...
Finish him.
I always miss this. That's not the one I was looking for, but that's a good one, though. There we go.
Fatality.
Yeah. Yeah. Get fucked. Get fucked, Neobrand. Get fucked. Feels real good. I'm not gonna lie. Feels hella good. Feels hella good. Questionable hand of questionable qualities. Let's go. If we're playing against the blue-white deck, I'm gonna be really, really sad. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna keep this, but if they are playing like blue-white or whatever, the triple basic is not exciting. This is why you play Handwear plus 2 Valak. We would have won anyway with my list. Yeah, I would love to be playing against, like, I don't know, Burn or something. John would also be acceptable. I do not want to see, like, any blue-white style deck or, like, Stoneforge deck that's playing blue, that is. And this hand is also going to struggle against red-green. So those are the decks that I definitely do not want to see right now. But then you have Vestiges. I think Vestiges in this deck. Hello. Damn it. Remember when I said that this hand was bad against blue-white? That's what I meant. That's the deck that I meant. What is this deck? Yeah, Field. Like, it's some kind of like blue-white style deck. Like Bant deck. It's like Bant control or whatever. I think I have to jam here, right? Having drawn another Titan is not bad, but I think I have to jam before they have Cryptic mana. So let's fucking go, I say. Yeah, I'm of course casting this one first. I'm not gonna pact for no reason. Yeah, they can only have Remand or Leak, so I am basically forcing them to have either or. Remand is not as bad, but Leak is pretty bad. And of course, the best potential draw is Barnon Cavern Souls, obviously, right? Cancel. Well, they can't force this one, so that's cool. Fetch Path. If they have Fetch Path, then I am probably in great shape. What are we getting? Like Valakut Field? Is that the pick? Probably? No, I'm definitely not pacting, because like the problem with pacting, I know that I'm baiting my opponent for interaction, but the issue with doing that is that I'm gonna nice low roll. The issue with doing that is the problem with doing that is the fact that I'm time walking myself next turn. I drop my dinner on top of me, says my opponent. It is a respectable reason, I'll say that much. Yeah, so now we're just gonna be falling behind every single turn, and eventually my opponent is gonna get there. But I don't think I can just like jam now that they have access to 4 mana. Like last turn it was correct to jam because of because they were waiting for, they didn't have access to cryptic mana. So jamming before they have access to 4 mana, it's kind of a big deal. Now it just doesn't make sense to jam. And we're one turn, we're one, that sucks. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Still jam the Titan there. We have draws that are good, right? That is the only problem that I have with jamming there. Is that we actually have draws. Oh, actually, never mind. Almost F6 there. So this trigger on the stack, we do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have to play into Force of Negation, I think. But playing into Force of Negation allows us to play around Mana League, so I think it's worth. Yeah, there's the Force. All right. So we can keep playing this game, but it's not worth our time. We cannot win anymore. Now they have the Fairy, they have all this stuff going on. Yeah, it's just not worth our time, basically. All right, so these are the cards that I want. Get Gracer out of here. Get the monkeys out of here. Can cut probably Fountain against this deck. Usually I cut Castles when they have a Cyborg plan that might aggro us out, but I don't think this deck does have that, so. If they already used the leak, I think it would have been better playing around the Force. Yeah, but then Remand also kills us. Like there's so many cards that they fuck us. Just cut it packed because they're gonna be bringing Ashiok. I guess we can just cut Azusa. Nah. We're gonna get Titan as fast as possible in this matchup. We do, but we also have the plan of playing trackers. And tracker is actually very good in this matchup. And these doesn't help tracker. I could see keeping Gracers for that reason, maybe over the Azusa. But I probably, like, I'd rather play AmuLIT, right? This ramps me more effectively. I don't know. I feel like this is where I would want to be. Maybe Jacob has a different plan. But I'm fairly certain that this is how I would board. Again, Gracer probably would get cut over Azusa. Sure. Yeah, this is fine. Board out all Asusas versus Prowess could be doable if you have Gracer. Yep, I wouldn't do it without Gracer. And also, I don't think that I like... What am I trying to say here? Like, I think Azusa is actually okay against Prowess, is what I'm trying to say. That doesn't speed me up at all, I don't think. Still gonna play it. But I don't think this does anything for me here. Human. Giant here. If my opponent plays Sashio, we're probably dead. But what can I really do? You have copyrighted Simeon. All right. For folks out there that want to know why I created Titan Vial, you're gonna see it in action right now. Wait, what? Wiki. I'm very confused. What's going on here? What is going on here? I feel like I don't want to expose my field. We could have gone Battleman's Vestige, but I'm not interested in hasting this guy, right? Because my opponent's gonna path it, and that's gonna be it. So what I'm interested in doing here is just playing the longer game. I am very confused. Very, very confused. Maybe I should have gotten a semi-growth chamber even here. That might have been a mistake. I was thinking that I have another blue source if I need to, but the truth is that I want to bounce these T-Wests, so... Bant is definitely worth version of Repile for us since Path is better than Bolt. I disagree. I think Scapeshift is worse. Although I don't know if you are not considering Scapeshift as an Uropile. I wasn't, but yes, yeah. we agree, we agree. So let's do this, see what my opponent does. Nothing. They do nothing. House Spirit Guide. It's been alright, I guess. Not really sold on it by any stretch of the imagination, but yeah. This is why we didn't go for it. %100% they have cryptic here. I think I'm gonna get another pact here. And we could cast Titan. I don't think I want to just yet. Six. So next turn we're gonna get to double Titan, I think. It's insane how much better Stacy would have been than Gracer in this game. Or Azusa for that matter. Gusto. My clock would be double. No, I would have gotten field with the first land and I wouldn't have been punished, right? It's not so much about the fact that I could attack, like I don't care so much about that. It's about the fact that I could not put on Field of the Dead in the battlefield because my opponent has an active field that's staring at me. And if I had access to Stacy, then it wouldn't matter. Because I could just hold up bounce land and either force my opponent to waste a path or a gust on Stacy, or just never be able to do anything. But instead we have this stupid sloth here. They don't know about the second cavern on purpose. I have not... I could have played this multiple times already. But I didn't because of this scenario. Which is the scenario that I was expecting to set up. Rough. Fuck, man. And this is why I don't play this deck anymore. I hate this. Alright, so we got a verdict there. which is kind of interesting, actually. Never mind, we're dead. Remember when I said this was interesting? Disregard it completely. It's not interesting anymore. My opponent just wins. No one plays prowess anymore. That's just not true. I think prowess is the best deck in the format. Small thing, but I'm going to cast a second pack in response to the cryptic. It doesn't matter, right? Like, we know they're drawing Gust. So, like, I just kind of didn't want to cast it back to begin with. So now they're drawing the cryptic, right? Like, this game is just not worth playing anymore. And we know they have a Gust in hand. Alright, so the deck still does not beat Aether Gust. So good to know about that. Nothing has changed. Aether Gust is still unbeatable. What did I like? I'm not sold on this. I'm not sold on this. It came in clutch one time and it was okay. It's not clunky, it's just weird. Like, I understand what it's trying to do. I definitely only played a single league, right? So I definitely don't have enough experience with this list in order to make like a well-informed statement. All I can say is that this list cannot beat blue-white. Oh, it's okay, David. It's okay, David Lambers. Yeah. It happens. Real life gets in the way sometimes. So things that I liked. I think this is a wasted sideboard slot. This is not going to make the difference against prowess. And if I had access to a second vestige, in that game that we just played, I would have had an out, right? Because the problem is I'm only playing a single copy. My opponent puts a Field of the Dead in play, and I'm like, well, I cannot expose it, right? It's not like I have access to Raminav Excavator. If this is my end game, I need to set it up. I need to force my opponent to activate their field somehow, or I have to not win the game with this anymore. So this just felt like a wasted sideboard slot, honestly. Because this is not going to make the difference against prowess. Like, you're not going to win the game against prowess by gaining 2 more life. That's just not how the games play out. You win the game against prowess by killing the creatures. So I do like the fire spouts, for example. I do like explosives. These are cards that are actually doing something proactive against prowess. Even Baloth is doing something because it's not only about the life gain, it also puts a body, which is going to soak up even more damage. So Baloth effectively gains you 8 life, which is fine. But like a second Radiant Fountain is not going to make the difference against prowess. And against burn, I don't care. Like, we don't need this to beat burn. So it's whatever, right? Quagnoth to beat Gust. Yes, the problem with Quagnoth is we discussed it in the Titan Vial podcast. For those of you that are not aware, I have a podcast with Jose Muniz and Jack, aka House of Mana MTG, and we talk about Titan. And we did discuss Jose's really deep dive into Scryfall or whatever, into Gatherer, I guess. But yeah, the problem with Quagnoth, sorry, is that, yeah, you beat Gust, and then your opponent plays an Uro, and then you really, really reconsider your life choices. So no, Quagnoth is definitely not the answer to... someone is spamming trade requests to streamers' opponents and making them disconnect basically the DOS. That hasn't happened to me yet. It happened to me, though. Like, it happened to me as in... like, somebody started spamming trade requests to me. The way to fix that is you have to go to settings, and you need to only allow trades from, like, your buddies, and then you're fine. You just have to spike possibly, and he enters stream. Yeah, that's brutal. It really sucks when that happens, because, like, there's nothing to be gained. Like, it's just a troll. It sucks. Anyway, back to this list. I don't like the fountain. I think the main deck is probably worth playing more with. Do I have time for another league? I might have time for another league. This was pretty quick league, so yeah, maybe I have time for another league actually. Yeah, let's do it. So I'm gonna make some changes that I would consider for this list. First of all, we cut this. We add a second one of these, and that's kind of about it, really. I want to have a second league with the main deck before I make any changes. 3 caverns does seem like one too many. Again, we literally saw the example right there. We drew 2 Cavern of Souls, completely irrelevant. It didn't matter whatsoever, because what we lose to is to the Aether Gust. We don't lose to their Cryptics and stuff. We would have been able to beat their Cryptics and stuff. But... So yeah, so second field in the sideboard, and for now, that's probably the only change that I'm going to make. I will be right back. I'm going to be taking a short break, and then we will play another league. So don't go anywhere. I'm going to run some ads, and then we will play some more AmuLIT. See you later.